哇 So much money! Hi everyone, my name is Song. I grew up in a very conservative family. I came to the United States 14 years ago. I worked on Wall Street for 12 years. Not too long ago, I got to know myself better and I made a commitment to change my life. I made a video about my story. If you want to know more, you can check out here. In this channel, I share my knowledge, thoughts, and practice in self-development and finance. Along this journey, I hope we grow our freedom together. Today, I'm going to talk about money.
Money?
Money is a very interesting concept, which is probably discussed the most and also is avoided to be discussed the most. Where I grew up, my family and the society has always taught me very controversial ideas about money. To me, it was a puzzle. On one hand, I have my family members and friends and people around me talk about money all the time. They gossip about rich people. They gossip about a lot of money that someone they know made recently. On the other hand, many of them seem to dislike money as well. They always say that, I don't care about money, I'm not vulgar.
And the rich people are corrupted and bad.
This puzzle of money has been a trouble for me for many years. Since I started my self-development journey, not only I got to know myself more, I got a better idea about money now. And here it is. First, I want to talk about the prejudice about money. When I had a memory, there is a very close family member of mine who has always been saying that she's very generous. She treats everybody well. She didn't care about money. And on the other hand, she cares so much about money and spending that she calculates every penny. This person had a big impact on me. When I became an adult and started working, I always tell myself that I don't care about money. I'm generous. When people need, I always give. I always pretended that I do not care about money at all. Of course, it's not true. And by behaving that way, there is such a weird feeling within me every time I deal with money. On one hand, I try to be as generous as possible. On the other hand, I feel so much scarcity about money on myself. I spend a lot of money on the other people just by showing my generosity. And also, I did not spend enough money on myself to enjoy my life or to invest in myself. Many people around me, when they talk about money, there is always a weird feeling of anxiety. A feeling of negativity aroused in the air. That also caused me to avoid talking about money in my early adulthood as well. This is a very interesting phenomenon. When I go out and social, a lot of people will talk about career, a lot of people will talk about money.
He's only worth $996,036,000.
Whenever they started such conversation, I will always prevent myself joining it. It starts to feel weird. It starts to feel anxiety. It starts to feel a little fear in it. Now I understand why. It's all caused by low self-esteem and a low confidence. I do not think I deserve a lot of money. So this ideology of not being vulgar, being generous, saving, rich people are bad, they start to generate. They're not the truth. They are the excuses that's generated from our low self-esteem and the lacking trust in our ability to make more money, to create a better life for ourselves. All excuses. And what they do, they actually prevent us to make more money. I literally lost so many opportunities that I could have in my last decade just by avoiding getting into the conversation, getting to know the people, and get to the business that's talk about money. So based on my understanding, a lot of these prejudice, they're formed from a low self-esteem, for lack of self-trust to make a great future, for the pain of disbelief that we deserve something better. So we have to create these excuses to blind ourselves so that we do not have to feel that much pain, to rationalize our behavior of not trying. And in the end, what they do, they hurt us. They give us anxiety and fear, also the permission not to try. However, I think rich people are bad is not right, but it's not totally wrong. Money sometimes does make us blind. There are many stories, cases, and even instances around me which involve money and people's characteristics. When I'm talking about this, I do remember a very close instance that's about money.
I'm shaking my head no.
We human beings are built to have biases. We cannot have the exact objective perspective of the reality. So our brain is designed to focus on a particular aspect of the entire environment. Money is good, but when we focus on money too much, our perspective will focus on that thing only. Then it's easier for us to ignore other things. For example, integrity, trust, love, justice, conviction, justice. When that happens, people seem to turn bad. However, I don't think that's because of the characteristics of money. People can also turn bad in a similar way when they are focusing on a different thing. So when we are focusing on making money, it's good to always remind ourselves that there are many things that's important. As important as money, or even more important than money, have this system to scrutinize ourselves and constantly ask ourselves questions. What are we doing? Let me share my thoughts about money now. I think everybody should give their effort to earn as much money as possible. What is money? First, money represents resource. Money itself is just a piece of paper. However, you can use the money to exchange for service, for goods, and for experiences. The amount of money is just a number. However, it does stand for how much resource you can exchange for using that amount of money. Humans are no different than other animals. It's our instinct to gain access to as much resource as possible. So, earn more money is human nature. To live a good life, do not go against your nature. Another extremely interesting aspect about money, which I learned not too long ago, is that money equals to time. Many of us spend our time to make money in exchange for other things we need. However, many people, especially rich people, use money to buy time. A quick example. How many hours a month do we spend in home chores? I bet a lot. What if we can afford it and pay for someone to do that for us? We spend the money we pay for the people to do the home chore for us, and we gained the time we're supposed to spend in the home chores. That's an example of how money can buy you time. Another good example, when we go out, we use transportation. Why? What's the difference between taking transportation and walking? The time saved, and we pay the transportation for the time it saves us. Amazing, right? Time equals life, which is the most important resource we have. Trade time for money can be necessary. That's how we make our income and make our living. However, whenever there's a possibility, trade money to time is always a great deal. Last but not the least, money equals to freedom. Take a second and think about something that you want to do and you haven't done yet. I bet some of them will have a money constraint on it. Do you want to travel around the world? Do you want to quit your job and start exploring the field that you are interested in? Do you want to buy a bigger house? Do you want to live a better conditioned life? Do you want to buy something that you don't own? Do you want to own your own life? These are all examples of freedom. The freedom of consumption, the freedom of experience, the freedom of lifestyle, the freedom to choose how to spend our time, how to live our life. It's freedom.
Freedom.
In the modern society, there is no way other than money that can give us the freedom. Do you want freedom? I do. It's the best thing in the world. It's what we all want. And if you don't want freedom, I don't know what to say. So overall, I think money is the most important tool for a better life experience. And as I always say that there's nothing more important than life. The most important tool to enhance the most important thing. That's how important money is. At the end of this video, I would like to express myself a little bit. The wrong perspective about money has troubled me for many years and actually have prevented me to become better myself. I missed so many opportunities and possibilities. Next time, when we feel this eagerness to judge people with money or the anxiety to talk about money, let's take a second and look into ourselves. We may have always just been ourselves, making up all these excuses to stop us from becoming better, to prevent us from earning more money. Making money is not easy. You have to put in time and effort to earn it. There's no way to sit and gain it. And do you know who are the people most afraid of talking about money and make money? The lazy ones.
I wasn't talking about myself.
Who have no interest putting effort to create and produce, who still want money, and deeply in their heart they know they cannot and do not deserve it. That's how all the excuses came out. Don't be lazy. If you want a better life, better future, and more happiness, make a commitment to yourself, pay the real effort and earn it. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment and let me know what do you think about money now. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.